God is doing something in her life right now.
Hi, I'm Queen Yasha.
My name is Lawrence Duffy Polk.
I'm Christian Black, otherwise known as Doctrine, and I'm from West Phoenix.
My name is Ryan Hall, and I go by Invested One. I'm originally from Cincinnati, Ohio.
My name is Houston Gray. I was born and raised in Scottsdale, Arizona. My name is Manta, like Manta Ray.
My name is Bonita Martinez, God's Miracle. I am from Phoenix, Arizona.
My name is Jesus Manuel Murillo, but I go by Manny, the minister.
My name is Anthony Reyes, but I'm known as Little A. My name is Seraj Ardakani.
My name is Jesus Rose, and I'm originally from Chesapeake, Virginia, but I live here in Phoenix, Arizona.
Job to do, job to do, job to do. We have a job to do, job to do, job to do, job to do. We have a job to do.
Well, I met Jesus when I was young, so I was raised up inside a Christian household. I got baptized around the age of about maybe 7, 8. So I didn't really start talking to God and really going with my relationship with Him when I was about 13, 14. A lot of stuff happened in that time where I didn't fully want to be with God. So there was kind of a break where I kind of like ignored Him for a little bit and wanted to ignore my calling of being a singer / rapper for God. And I kind of just like ignored Him a little bit. So that one was a little bit harder, but getting back around 15 all the way to now, I've really had that relationship with God, so.
Well, I was raised a Catholic, and somewhere like in my teens or something like that, I realized that what the Catholic Church was teaching and what the Bible was teaching were two completely different things. I went off and I just sort of like left the Catholic Church. As far as how long I've been saved, I mean, I don't have an X on a calendar. I don't have a date. I don't have a time. I've done 50, 100, 200 altar calls. You know, when's it going to stick? I don't know, man. You know, because I didn't know anything. I just kept going up, just kept going up, kept going up, kept going up. All I know is that, you know, what I was then and what I am now, like, you know, I was blind, but now I see. I was dead, now I'm alive. There's no X on a calendar, man. I've just been walking with the Lord for, I don't even know, man. It's almost 40 years. I mean, pretty close, 30-something.
So I met the Lord at a Christian summer camp called Camp Supercharge in the Poconos in Pennsylvania when I was 11 years old. I was not a good kid. I was a very bad kid. And I'm a late bloomer. It took me a long time to figure out bumping your head hurts, because I liked bumping my head, I guess. But I met the Lord when I was 11 at a Christian summer camp. Been ups and downs, walking with the Lord, ran away from the Lord, rebellious, you know what I'm saying? Mad at God, blaming God for things that went wrong, you know what I mean? So, all said and done, yeah, my spiritual journey started when I was 11, and I finally got serious with God 15 years later when I was 26.
Yeah. One time. For the people who really need it. Come on. Ooh, oh. From riches to rags, good night sleeps to bed.
Well, I guess the short end answer would be I was born into church, so I always knew who Jesus was. I got saved when I was 15. That's when I asked God into my heart and kind of understood the background. I wouldn't say I met Jesus until I was in maximum security prison, and I was in a 5x5 room with nothing. And the only thing that kept me whole was getting to know Jesus and being able to put myself where he was in order to be able to take care of what I was doing. But that was probably when I met him fully. I understood the resurrection. I was at Florence, and I was going with a Jehovah's Witness brother. He knew the Bible inside and out, man. And he was reading the crucifixion to me one day, and for the first time it was real. Like I saw it in my head, and as he was going with the words and as he was describing it, it broke me down, man. And that was probably when I realized it. And I would have to say I met him when I was in my darkest place, man, because he was the only thing that was light for me.
So I basically met God through my parents. If I wasn't like, it really takes me back, and it's an emotional journey, because if it wasn't for my parents, of how sheltered I've been throughout my life, then I would have never met God. And I've been baptized ever since I was just a little kid, and I was led in his mighty ways and taught. Of course, I've lost myself throughout my high school years of depression and stuff like that, because that's a big thing out there. But other than that, I noticed that God is overwhelming love can overcome that, and he always has, and I know he always will, and he's led me through it, and I know he'll just lead me through this brand new journey that he's taking me through. I met Jesus my freshman year of high school. In some ways similar, I was going through depression, and I was reaching out, trying different things, trying to escape the depression, and ended up just realizing that Jesus was the only way to help. I mean, the rate at which he took my depression, it was pretty incredible.
Okay, so I've met Jesus years ago since I was young. I met him in the church. However, the way I met Jesus was through family. So as the years passed, you begin to realize that just because you meet Jesus through people, it doesn't mean you have a personal relationship with God. So it was just 2020 when COVID-19 had hit. I had basically died in the hospital, and I had a spiritual journey with God. It was just out of this world. And it was then that I met Christ in the spiritual realm. So it was 2020.
So I was raised in a Christian family, but you know, the world and a lot of bad stuff, you know, I did in the past, you know, just basically took me apart from God, you know. But on His mercy, I came back to Him and to worship Him.
I met Jesus. Well, my grandma and my grandpa will always go to church. They're always raised. They were raised in a Christian, household, and their mothers were always, they were always Christian. They always served Jesus. But I used to always go with them to church. And one day they just said, come up if you want to be saved by Jesus. And I went up, and I just said, Jesus, take my soul, because I want to serve you and nobody else. I want to bow down for you. And I was saved.
So it's a long story. So I came from a different faith. I grew up in the Baha'i faith, my entire family. And it's funny, when I was going to junior high school, first in 7th grade, my mom didn't like the idea because there was cops coming to school every day and there was drugs and different things. And just down the street, there was a private faith Baptist school. So even though we were not Christians, she put me there, and I was there for 2 or 3 years. And I had chapel every day. We had Bible class. We had to get graded on it. And I heard the word there, and I was a rebellious teenager there. But you know what? The seeds were planted, because going forward, many things happened. But in 2011, I gave my life to Christ. And it wasn't like raising your hand or doing an altar call. It was very private. It was right here in my home. And I said the salvation prayer and basically just held on to my Bible and hugged it and went to sleep with it all night. And that was the day I was saved.
I hope you're enjoying your Resurrection Sunday. I just want to sing this song to you so that you'll know what it's really all about. Hey, if you see a man with no scars in his hands and a piercing in his side, that's Jesus Christ crucified. For 40 days and 40 nights they saw a light, a dead man walking. They said, you weren't gonna get back up, Lord. They said, you didn't have enough. They said, you talk a good